steindig Hand nach du so beim Dinner, aber ich bekommen a most unusual, a most dramatic email. In das ist ein Message Hand Nacht. Ich probiere zu verstehen, die Weitung, was bevölkert keiner doch, was haben nicht gar Kinder. Ich auch höre, wie viele Menschen in der Saat kennen Teen, und was wir können als Ausführen für sie. Sie kennen auch mein Kind am Spruch. I decided to pledge $500,000. $500,000. Und mit dem Schirm bin ich sicher, als darauf liegt ein Schmeichel auf eine Sache ungeweitigte Gepäne mehr.
This is by a Chanukah party that a couple invited us when they had a new baby. We should join them for the Chanukah party. So, the pie is on the side, but to me, the Chanukah party was this little baby. I had to give this baby such a hug and a kiss because I worked so hard for this baby too. This is a very similar, so me and my wife together holding a baby also, which was a very, very unique story. This baby was born to a woman 17 years after her marriage. The Purim before she gave birth to the baby, the counselor called me up and says, Shloime, we got to do something for this woman to give her some chasyantiv. I called her up and I said, what can I do for you to make you happy for this Purim? She says, Rata, I want a baby. This is me and my wife by the Pidyon Ben. The last visit we had when the doctor told us, unfortunately, it's time for closure, we were driving home. That's when my wife said, Shloime, now it's time to do for other people. And I told her, Chanie, 22 years we struggled with this, it's enough. I don't want to smell another alcohol swab. Enough, closure, let's move on in life. And she says, no, that's not the way you're supposed to speak.
We met this couple while we were going for treatment, and we didn't know them. They were a couple from Muncie. She had asked me if we would be able to lend her money. This put this into my head that, wow, people should be sitting home and not having children because of that, because they don't have the money. Our first party was a ladies' party in a house. It was right here in Borough Park, and we were smashed like sardines, and the people were lined up, and they literally around the corner to get into this house. And this spoke volumes to us. This is needed.
Malachim was hetzach, manishma. Baruch Hashem. Okay, 4:30, 4:45 a.m. the phone starts ringing for the calls coming in from Etzisrael and coming in from Europe. That's when I have a chance to sit in my kitchen, take the phones, and learn. We go to daven very early because we never know what the day brings us. Typical day will start off sitting in the office in the morning, taking phone calls from patients. After that, it's usually phone calls to doctors and centers because blood work has come back. Results have come in. We have to deal with the doctors in the first part of the day. Afternoon part of the day usually ends up being donor-related, fundraising. This is when we have all our meetings. We constantly fundraise. We never have enough. Late afternoon, this is when the couples come home from work. It's again couple time, medicine time, which you can last to 7, 8 o'clock at night. So we do again another idea. Night's supposed to finish by 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, but never finishes before 1 a.m. Many times I can get a call 3 o'clock a.m. Tomorrow I'm getting results. I can't sleep. explained to me the worst case scenario and how good I can go. The night is gone. The night is over. But she actually can't sleep. When the struggle became very hard, I used to make deals with the Bochner. I used to walk home, I used to talk to the Bochner. When I got married, I thought I'm going to have a whole bunch of children. You don't want to give me a bunch? Give me one. Give me one. Only one. And I remember for that one child, I cried so much. One. Only one. You know, when that also did not happen, you feel like you're rejected. As much as we believe in Hashem, and we're Maminim, and we're Makabel, Hashem's Gezaldin, but you're still human. You're still angry. Every time I walked into shul, I used to talk to myself. Shloime, control yourself. Control yourself. You're in a shul, you have to daven. Try not to get hurt, but you're going to hear what you're going to see. And people walk away from people that are in pain, not because they're bad. They don't know how to react. They don't want to hurt you. That was even more painful. One time, put on my tefillin, started davening, and then I see my father standing there in the corner, and I saw that he was looking at me, and you feel, hearts feel. And I took off, just not to make conversation. I was halfway down the block, and I hear my father in the street screaming, Shloime, Shloime, Shloime. I walked on. I couldn't face him. But he said, Shloime, Shloime, stop. So I stopped. What should I do? He comes up to me and says, Shloime, I went through 6 years concentration camp. I was put next to the wall with the gun between my two eyes many, many times. And we took it. We were strong. We took it with grace. And you? I was so angry. I told him, Tati, you were all in the concentration camp. I'm one alone. And everybody around me is having a great time. And he walked away. We didn't talk for a long time. When he was sitting shiv after my sister, I walked over to him and said, Tati, I owe you an apology. I didn't believe that he was going to remember. This was many years. He looks at me and says, yeah, it's okay. I remember and I forgive you.
We have to start. We want to call up 4 honorees.
And each one has somebody speaking for them, right?
And each one, right.
One thing, I don't want to face the Bochner after 120 years. The Bochner's going to ask me, Shloime, you went through such a hard time not having children. At least, or you're there for other people, they shouldn't feel your pain. I just can't understand in 2019, 2020, there's still people struggling, and if it's only because of money, how can we allow that? I'm not complaining because Klal was very good to this mitzvah. I can't say we put together for this cause over $120 million in the last 20 years. And we have changed a lot of things in labs. We really have done something for Klal forever, ever to go on. But still, not everybody yet is helped. And everyone that's not there in the